UB 72 is Bill number 3015, amend Henderson Municipal Code, Chapter 4.05, business license fee schedules. Recommendation is to adopt as ordinance number 3291.
All right, I do have a card for discussion on this item. Crystal Hendrickson.
Let's talk about a fictitious person named Joe, who's a resident of Henderson and has a good desk job, but wants to make some extra money for a few weekends a year. He decides to start a handyman company. And if he loses his day job, he'll pursue it full time, but likely this is just extra money going towards remodeling his house. He has a $3,000 lawnmower, a trailer, and another couple $1,000s in tools. Knock, knock, knock. Here comes the government of Southern Nevada to crush his soul, strangle his motivation, and stomp out his entrepreneurship. First, he'll need a Secretary of State business license. He wants a catchy name, so he needs a fictitious firm name permit. Then the Henderson home occupation permit. Then the Henderson City license, due twice a year instead of annually. The Clark County assessor will tax him on the value of his business equipment and tools. Assume his first client is a friend of his who lives on Pecos and Windmill. He just bought a door and wants Joe to install it for him. But that's outside of Henderson, so he'll need a Clark County business license for that. Since the cost of the door was $1,000 and his labor rate will cause the cost of the project to go over $1,000, he'll need a contractor's license, which means that he needs 4 years of full-time experience within the past 10 years doing handyman work. That sucks, because for the past 10 years, he's actually been a successful salesman at a good company. He'll have to pay $300 for the application fee, another $80 to have his fingerprints and background check done. He'll have to submit personal and business financial statements and have the bank provide written documentation of his average balances. He'll need 4 notarized references from people who can attest to his handyman skill. The application itself is 27 pages long. Under the far-fetched idea that he gets approved, then he'll have to pay $140 to take a test on contracting legalities. Then he will have to post a bond of no less than $1,000. And then he can pay the $600 fee to actually be a contractor. He'll have to pay $1,000 or more before he could even get started. A lot of people won't even bother. I'm betting that it's safe to say there are similar experiences for those in other numerous tax industries, such as hypnotists, astrologers, auctioneers, contractors, designers, mobile food vendors, bookkeepers, brokers, massage therapists, and real estate agents, and the list on HMC 4.05 goes on and on. I can relate to Joe's struggles. Frustrated with crippling legislation, I chose to start a similar business in North Dakota this year, and for $195, had all the required business licensing to bid on up to $50,000 in projects almost anywhere in North Dakota. I didn't need county or city business licenses. It was bliss after what a person can experience in Nevada. You don't need to give out grants to encourage businesses. I think that if we were the only entity in Southern Nevada that didn't tax small businesses, Henderson would become a suburban boomtown. Does Henderson government work for me, or do I work for the government?
Thank you.
I think you should repeal 4.05 in its entirety. Thanks.
I have no other yellow cards on item 72. Any discussion at the dais or motion? I'll go ahead and make that motion then, that bill number 3015 be approved as ordinance number 3291. Cast your votes on that motion and post. Motion carries.